Hello, my name is Abdul Hafiq Kamaldin bin Abdurrani. My metric number is 101476.
Hello, my name is Nadia and my metric number is 97357.
Hello, my name is Jerry Polarin and my metric number is 99289.
Hi, my name is Angel Eka Ezra Ansel and my metric number is 97267.
This project highlights the importance of well-designed computer network for a business organizations, emphasizing the roles of network diagrams in depicting network topology.
This is the network diagram that we designed for JARGON Sendirian Berhad. The router with firewall is connected to a switch, then to 15 stationary employees' PC, 2 printers, 2 servers, and 5 mobile employees' devices. Another router is for restricted Wi-Fi in the meeting room. For Office B, the router is connected to 10 stationary employees' PC, 1 printer, and 3 mobile employees' devices, as well as another router act as restricted Wi-Fi in a meeting room.
Essential technical specifications. For the switch, we have choose Cisco Business 110 series unmanaged switch. It has auto power down on idle ports and cable length detection for energy saving. For the cables, we have choose UTP Cat5e. It offers sufficient bandwidth and performance for networks. Next, router. We have choose Cisco 800 series router. This router is compatible with the Cisco Business 110 series unmanaged switch, and it is cost-effective. We also provide suitable rack because we don't want any cable to be messy in the office. For the firewall, we have choose Cisco Firepower 2120 next generation firewall appliance. It has over 99% threat blocking effectiveness and URL filtering for many categories. The reason why we using a 16 port switch compared to an 8 port switch, because with the 16 ports available, each user can have an individual port to get better network performance. With 16 port, this allows for future growth where it can save you from having to invest new networking equipment too soon. Next, a 16 port switch costs more upfront than an 8 port switch, but it is more cost effective in the long term, offering more ports and future growth without immediate upgrades or extra equipment. A single 16 port switch simplifies network management and reduces complexity compared to using multiple switches or hubs.
Next, for the inter-office connections, we used wired technology to link both Office A and Office B together, in which we used fiber optic cables. There are plenty of reasons to justify our choice of technology. In terms of practicality, fiber optics have high bandwidth, which is essential for accommodate future growth without requiring major infrastructure modifications. Number 2, they are immune to EMI since they are non-metallic and light does not carry an electromagnetic field, hence this guarantees a reliable and stable connections. Furthermore, fiber optics offer minimal latency, which is necessary for maintaining optimal application performance across numerous office buildings and facilitating real-time connection. In terms of cost effectiveness, investing in the right equipment with future-proofing in mind is important, such as PoE switches and Cat5e cables. This approach avoids the need for frequent and costly upgrades, thus saving money over time. And although fiber optic cables demand more money to install at first, over time less repairs are necessary due to their dependable and long-lasting character, which results in lower operating expenses.
File server. A file server acts like a local shared drive for internal network, allowing people to store, secure, and share files within an organization. It is crucial for collaborations and information sharing among employees. File server able to support multiple file directory and access management system to cater to different user preferences. Plus, it simplifies files management by eliminating the need for physical file transfer. Next, we have web server. Web server deliver web content to users over the internet via web browsers. Essentially, they are like file server connected to client through the internet. Web server use protocols like HTTP to respond to requests and store, process, and deliver web page to user. They play a key role in ensuring the website is accessible and responsive to user. Now let's move on to locations of server room. It is essential to choose the right locations for server room to ensure accessibility and performance. For the file server, placing it locally in Office A makes sense as it has more stationary employees who frequently access the files. The server room should be cool, well ventilated, and ideally situated in the middle of the office for easy cable management. As for the web server, it should be placed in a locations that provides reliable internet connectivity, security, and redundancy to allow a better control over the server. So, it should be placed in the same server room in Office A for faster data access and easier monitoring and maintenance. Optimizing server performance. Both servers benefit from being placed in dedicated network segments to optimize performance. It involves ensuring data and network traffic move quickly and smoothly. Regular monitoring of server resources like CPU, memory, and disk I/O is crucial to identify and address bottlenecks. For file server, RAID configurations improve data redundancy and performance, while web server benefits from content delivery networks for faster content delivery.
There are three ways to control the access of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, which is by implementing a next generation firewall, NGFW, integrating it with the company's Active Directory, and utilizing a time-based policy enforcement. NGFW is a network security tool that has advanced features surpassing stateful firewalls. It also has URL filtering for blocking specific websites like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Application control should also be used for blocking related traffic, even with domain changes or encryption. The first step is to install and configure the NGFW at network parameter. The NGFW should be configured to enforce URL filtering and application control rules. Secondly, create authorized users group and make exceptions for them to access to social media. Meanwhile, the general employees group to follow the default blocking rules. This is to ensure the synchronization of user groups and policies between Active Directory and NGFW. For time-based policy enforcement, a time schedule must be defined on the NGFW for office hours, such as 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and the social media blocking rules should then be applied to general employees during these office hours. And lastly, for monitoring and compliance, logging and reporting must be enabled on the NGFW, so that the company can review logs for unauthorized attempts or policy violations. In conclusion, the proposed network setup balances cost-effectiveness with robust performance and scalability. The infrastructure choices from the selection of switches, cables, server placement, and the inter-office connectivity ensures a reliable and efficient network. And lastly, the integration of advanced security measures and performance monitoring further solidifies the network integrity and operational efficiency.